we've been able to work on the PIB bill. We are already aware, and then about 3 of these bills have been committed to second reading. That shows that we are very much ready to ensure its passage, and the Speaker has actually announced a composition of an ad hoc committee that will work on the public hearing of this very all-important bill. It's our belief that by the time this is through, we will now work with the Senate to see that the PIB, which is divided into 3 here, will actually see the light of the day, and that will be reformed in the oil and gas sector. Secondly, this week also we were able to okay. Secondly, because of the spate of insecurity, particularly kidnappings and other forms of criminal activities in the country, the House of Representatives had cause to invite service chiefs to come to the House of Representatives, and they came and gave us some explanations, and we were satisfied with the explanations. And as earlier I said, they also have some of their challenges, which together as a parliament we will ensure that we see how these challenges are overcome. And we also make it a duty. It's not just a one-sitting arrangement that will solve this issue. We will ensure that this kind of engagement will be continuous. And if there is need for us to still call them back, we will do so to ensure that this letter of spate of kidnappings and other crimes are reduced to the BRS minimum. We are very concerned on that. Today also we were able to send congratulatory messages to about 7 Nigerians who, not Nigerians, they're British, but with Nigerian heritage, who were able to win elections in the parliamentary elections in the UK and other professionals in their field, because we are happy that at least they may be Britons, but they were originally Nigerians, and so we have to send out. Finally, this House has adjourned to 4th of July. We have to go on 2 weeks break, which will cover up to Salah break, and then return on the 4th of July to continue with the business of legislation. The bill now, they will do a public hearing. Let us not give them a timeline. Just ensure that we do a thorough job. I think putting timelines are not the issues, because as I said, even if we do our own here, we need to see our colleagues in the upper chamber to harmonize our position until it becomes law. And hopefully we present it to the president. We hope that they will also assent to it. I come from the Northeast, and I know that we have so many issues, so many motions. If the Speaker could even come up with a bill on the Northeast Development Commission to show that we have concern for our members, for the entire country. And the same way we have, even in Niger Delta, a lot of people have been coming up with several motions, and so it's not about ourselves. I told you here that the man that was kidnapped, he was not actually the target. He only was a victim of circumstance. And when he complied with them, he was actually released. So it's not about it. We are worried as members that are elected by the people. We felt that there is need for us to call the service chief together to hear from them firsthand, not to hear through a third party or another person. And all of them made their separate presentations, and these are issues that are bordering on national security. We are very satisfied with the explanation. So I think it's not about that. And on the prison issue, it's not about, we are also human beings, we are also members of society. If a right of a member of the National Assembly is violated, we will certainly seek for redress. Just like if somebody touches you here, you invoke your fundamental human rights, and you will also come forward So I don't think that if we are molested or somebody manhandle a member, we should keep quiet just because we are members of the National Assembly. I think it's not about it. We are just doing it, the mere fact that whoever's right is being violated, we will speak for that.